Good morning students, hope you all are well. So today we are going to discuss the parts of our digestive system, and mainly it is related to our mouth, that is the first part of our digestive tract. So inside our mouth there are several parts: teeth, salivary glands and tongue. So let's see what is the function of this. So teeth generally helps to grind our food, what we are eating. Salivary glands produce the saliva. When we are chewing something, it secretes the saliva in our mouth. And tongue generally help to push the food into our esophagus, means that is the next part of our digestive tract. So let's see what type of teeth, what different types of teeth we are having. So we are having 4 types of teeth: incisors, canine, premolars and molars. So as you can see from this diagrams, incisors means the first 2 teeth. Next canines and the premolars and molars, they are generally present inside our mouth. So what is the function of this different types of teeth? As we are having different types of teeth, means different shape and size, so humans are known as heterodonts. Hetero means different types of teeth. Okay, so what is the function of this teeth? The function of incisor is to cutting and biting something, means cutting and biting of our food. Canine generally tearing of the meat and flesh. And premolars and molars almost have the same function, that is the grinding and crushing of our food to make it into its more simpler form. So as you know, we are having total 32 teeth in each jaw, 16. Next is the tongue. So tongue is not only one muscle, it is a group of muscle, and without tongue we cannot taste anything, we cannot taste our food. Okay, so in our tongue we taste different basic type of taste, that is bitter, salt, sour, sweet. Okay. Okay. So the tongue pushes the food around the unit, and it forms a ball called bolus. So what is the bolus? It is the simpler form of food that mixed with saliva. Okay, and the tongue pushes the food around the unit and form it like a ball, so that is called the bolus. So the bolus is passed into the next part, that is into the epiglottis, and it makes sure that the bolus will not pass down into the windpipe. Okay, bolus have to pass through the esophagus, means through the food pipe, so it will not go into the windpipe. Okay, if at any time if the any smaller part of the food will enter into the windpipe, then what happen? Immediately there is coughing. Okay, so that the food will release from the windpipe and again it will get enter into our food pipe, that is the esophagus. Next, the function of saliva. As I have told that from salivary glands it secretes the saliva. So let's see what is the function of saliva. It moists our food, it helps in digestion, and it adjusts the salt level in our body, and the flow of the saliva wash away some pathogenic bacteria, means it also helps to kill the pathogenic bacteria in our mouth. Okay, so the next part of our food tract, that is the esophagus. So let's see. So it is a muscular tube through which the food passes from our mouth to the stomach, means it is the connection between our mouth and the stomach. So whenever we are chewing something, our tongue helps to make it into the bolus, and pushed it into the next part of our mouth. So when we are swallowing something, the bolus enter into the top part of the esophagus. Okay, the opening of the esophagus, it lies next to the opening of the windpipe. Okay, to prevent the food from entering into the windpipe, there is a opening in our trachea, and it is generally closed during the swallowing of our food, and that is known as epiglottis, right? So when we are swallowing something, the bolus pass down through the esophagus by a movement, and that is called the peristalsis movement. Okay, so when the bolus passes through the esophagus, it shows a movement, and that is called the peristalsis movement. So what is peristalsis movement? It is actually the muscular contraction. It is the muscular contraction into the esophagus that push the bolus to move down into the stomach.